So now you've got your key message. Now you're all raring to deliver that key message to your audience. What's the next stage? Structure. Story here. I like to say, is everyone here university interns? Yeah, no? Some A-levels? Yeah, okay. Well, at university, well, I'll say the story. University, lecture, kinematics. I absolutely loved physics at A-level. Yeah, I went on to do engineering. I'm one of those guys. But we are connected because I did lots of maths and equations. And I got there to the class, kinematics, I loved it. And I thought, well, this is the easiest subject. You know the way they say, when you go to university, the first year is exactly like your A-level, so you can party, right? Not for engineering, no, not true. So, went into this class, and I tell you what, this particular lecturer managed to completely baffle me and confuse me about a subject I completely understood and loved. So we would get up, and it was like this. You'd sit in and you go, okay, start writing. And we're like, okay. And it's like d2x over dy squared over d2y equals, and you're like, well, what? And there you go. 2 hours, solid lecture, like that. Yeah? Yeah, and then eventually you wouldn't know what the answer is because you would have to attend every class on time for 3 weeks before you realise that, therefore, F equals MA. Oh my God, that's F equals MA? There's no partying in this course. But the point is should you dare to miss 10 to 15 minutes of the beginning of that particular lecture, your whole lecture is kaput. You won't understand one bit. You just enter in there and it's just a bunch of equations, numbers, digits, and letters. So, structure is very important. In a speech, in a presentation, we need a structure, much like a burger or a sandwich. See, there's our nice juicy burger. No matter what, whether it's big, small, tall, if it's about to fall, whether it's lean, mean, clean, or just, yeah, that's pretty awful, isn't it? I think that's from America, that one. Or if it's huge. No matter what, we need heart pounding, heart stopping, heart throbbing, yeah, or just downright astounding. No matter how creative you get with it, and no matter what its content is, you need to have 3 parts. You need beginning, middle, and end. And that's what we need for a speech. If you're just given a set of buns after you pay your £1.50 as you walk into McDonald's, or you're just given a filling with a whole load of ketchup on, you're going to feel shortchanged. So, we need all 3 parts. And how do we do that? Beginning. Tell them what you're going to tell them. And we're going to elaborate on this because this is just a basic intro to this. Middle. Tell them what you're there to tell them. And end. Remind them of what you've just told them. The rule of 3's there. And in the middle part, you leave them with up to 3 convincing reasons as to why they should listen to your one key message. Grab them, hook them. Any one of those, the situation to engage your audience for that specific situation in that moment, or what the purpose of your particular speech is. Tell them the objective. By the end of this speech, so I'll just continue on from the last situation I just gave you with the 3 imagines. By the end of this speech, I'm going to answer 3 questions. Why I went to the North Pole, how I ended up going to the North Pole, and how on earth I went to toilet at minus 60 degrees. 3 questions. So, situation and objective, you've given a nice, powerful, unique intro. You tie that into your key message, and you've got your audience engaged, and you've got them hooked. The beautiful part is that it's such a strong beginning, all you need to do now is take that strong beginning and convert it around into your strong end. So you go through the speech, you've told them what you said you were going to tell them, so you say, right, here are the 3 points. How I went there, why I went there, this is how you do go to the toilet, which is a trade secret, by the way. And then at the end you say, now I hope I've shown you just how difficult it is to go to the North Pole and why each of us should be able to tap into our potential. So is that clear? Does that make sense? Yeah? And it can be as tidy and as neat as that. And like I said, 9%. So if you're talking for around 4 to 5 minutes, who can give me the quick maths on that? For 9%? Introduction is how long? Yeah, 30 seconds, approximately. Yeah? Okay, good, 30 seconds. Right, we'll go with that. 30 seconds to 45 seconds. So it needs to be just that length. You go in, you deliver, you come out with the same conclusion. Good. All right, so then once you've got your start, you've got your conclusion, now it's important to start putting in the meat. Reason 1. Why is that reason so important? Back it up with one subpoint. It really wants to be that simple. Reason 2, give the reason, back it up with the research and the subpoint. And this is where your research into your subject kicks right in. You need to have 3 cracking points. And on the 3rd point, give them the strongest point of all. Or some people actually go with the strongest first and then end. But they should be 3 strong points, which your research would have kicked out. Give the reason, then give the supporting evidence, show why, avoid specifically to the banking and financing sector, avoid too many facts and figures unless it really is absolutely necessary. One person may remember one statistic, they might remember another. Some people might remember 3, others might remember all of them, but the audience reception becomes smaller and smaller the more facts and figures you put in there. So unless they're super powerful and they're impactful, designed to really give that shocking element in your speech, avoid them. Second stage. Now you've taken your key message, which will benefit the audience. You've simplified it into a structure. You've learned how to actually engage the audience with your subject. That becomes your second stage to confidence and building your diamond presentation.